And we are live, folks. Even though it sounds like our DM is still eating food.
I got a lot of food in front of me, but we need to get started. So,
Yes, we do.
welcome back to the second game for the Clarion Call. Did you want to introduce the game, Minion?
That's all fine. I mean, it's the second part of it, so it's going to look the same when I chain it all together.
Excellent. All right, so we have our last player joining us. He is Craig, one of my good friends that I game with on a regular basis. And he's going to introduce his character. Go ahead, Craig.
All right. My character's name is Zinthir. He is an Eladrin warlock. He has platinum blonde hair and blue eyes, and he has a patron that is the Queen of Air and Darkness.
Ew, you winter elf.
Yeah.
Gay.
Less gay than the summer elves, but... Alright. As a quick recap for everybody who, is rejoining us for the second one. Last game, the players went through the attack on the capital. And after the attack, where they fought off an already injured ogre, they spent some time healing, and they found out that the Prince Heir had been poisoned. For whatever reason, the medics and the priests haven't been able to cure the poison yet. So the king has put forth a bounty on what is considered a universal cure, which are called the Tears of the Dryad. And for most people, it's called the Tears of the Blessed Dryad. It's because the Dryad has not died yet. It has either freely given the tears, or the tears have been wrought from her, and she and her tree are both still alive. We last left off with our characters actually leaving the capital, which I didn't have the name for it last time because I'd lost the paperwork.
What are you talking about? It's called the capital.
No, it's called Lanark, and it's the capital of the Kingdom of Forres. Forres. So stop with what you were about to say, you jerks. With this, we're going to retcon and say that Zinthir was with the other characters when they had decided that they were going to go out and try and get the Tears of the Blessed Dryad. I'm going to pause for just a second. For those of you who are spamming Skype, please stop.
Thank you, Shane.
Thank you. We're going to start off. It's a 3-day journey from Lanark to this small town, which is called Turner Town. We're going to actually pick up the game after you guys have already arrived. It's about midday. It's a clear day, no weather concerns. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. You guys approach. You see, when you're approaching, there's a guard tower, which it looks like there are a couple of archers on top, pointing in different directions, and 2 guards standing on either side of the roadway into the town.
Okay.
Oh, there we are.
You guys should be. Yes, you are on the right page. So you can move yourselves into the town. You can talk to the guards. Just tell me what you want to do, and then I'll lead you from there.
All right.
Are you still under Baldric power?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll just lead Miha wherever she wants to go.
On my steed.
Okay, so once again, just tell me what you want to do. Otherwise, I'll railroad you to where you need to go next.
I guess, is there an inn or something in the area to get food?
Yeah, there's actually one that you can see just in sight along the roadway.
I want to eat. I'm hungry.
Yep. Good to stock up on supplies before we go any further.
Yep.
Okay.
Aldrich, that way. I point to an inn.
That's not an issue. This is actually the inn. The building next to the red circle.
Oh.
You should probably select the actual arrow so you can move your character. Because if you do that, it's not going to do anything, Craig.
It's just measuring.
Now, for this particular area, I did not build the buildings because this isn't a place that you're going to be spending a whole lot of time at. So, go ahead, just put yourselves on top of the building, and as you guys enter the inn, you're able to see in front of you. It's a pretty sparse-looking inn. There's a couple of people who obviously don't belong here in Turner Town. One or two other people who actually look like they've been traveling for a couple of days like you. The innkeeper is a fairly old woman with graying hair. When you walk in, she looks at you and she says, "Welcome to my inn. Please sit anywhere you'd like. And I'll come right quick to get your order. Okay, sirs and madam?"
Alright.
Thank you.
As you sit down, the normal people, you can tell easily they don't have packs, they don't have anything that they're actually carrying with them. They kind of seem wary of the other people, of the other travelers and yourselves as well. Not to be unexpected, you guys are the strangers, they're not. Shortly after you guys sit down, the woman comes back to you. "All right, me darlings, and what can I get for you?"
What do you have?
"Well, my dear, I have a whole pig roasting, and I think I have some leftover lamb from yesterday, and we have a light stew of potatoes and other root vegetables."
I'll have some lamb.
And I'll order the stew.
Okay, and for you, pretty sir?
Oh, I would
I'll just have water.
She wasn't talking to you, you giant rust bucket.
You can drink water?
I can drink water.
It's just pointless.
But anyways, madame, I will have the stew, and would you happen to have any wine to drink?
Actually, yes. Yes, sir, we definitely do. Would you like a traditional elvish wine, or would you prefer a human make?
I'd prefer the human make much more, please.
Of course. And, my dear, is anyone else for a drink? Besides you? Metal Matt?
Some water too?
Just water for me.
Oh, excellent. She walks back, and it's about 10-15 minutes later when she comes back with food and drinks. Looks like she's the only person actually manning the inn at this point. From the size of it, you could probably gather that there's at most 4 or 5 rooms that are for let, and the one that she houses. In the background, behind the actual bar itself, you're able to hear a couple more voices, so you have to assume that there's some people back there cooking.
Okay.
Inside this inn, you do see, for those of you who are interested, besides the male obvious like guardsmen or knight errants or something like that who seem to be actually out on this quest, you do see an elven woman, and she is sitting by herself, drinking what looks to be some wine as well. She is of midland beauty, and she seems more standoffish than anyone else in the inn. All right, and what is everyone going to do at that point? Oh, by the way, if you got food, no matter what kind of food you got, take 3 copper off, and if you got an alcoholic drink, take another 3 copper off.
Okay.
Hey, Baldric, do you think she's my type?
Well, Falamor, she has legs. You like legs.
Oh. I tell you
I don't
what,
think any.
how about you spare me 3 copper and I'll buy her some wine?
Buy it yourself. You have plenty of money.
I'll spare 3 copper just for the entertainment.
Don't. Aldrich, don't give him any money. What I tell you about buying shit.
If I give you money, do you order 2 wines?
Why have I told him don't give him money? We've been over this.
But
You buy rocks and strings. No.
Falamor's a friend.
Falamor has his own money.
Falvo only likes to spend his own money on himself.
See, that's not a friend.
However, I do
Falvo-
still owe
Falamor
you
is a
that
friend.
drink.
Yes, but I want the drink.
What are you gonna do with it?
But I'm getting the drink for
It is a
you
drink
by
of
giving.
victory.
What? We're sitting here eating lunch.
And Falamor, you owe me 2.
Yes, and I can owe you one by you buying the drink and then letting me give it to that woman.
That's a terrible deal.
Why would I give up a drink of victory?
Because you're not gonna drink it anyways?
I can drink it.
Oh, for crying out loud, I'll give you 3 copper just to shut up.
While you guys were arguing back and forth about this, the woman finished her drink and she walked out through the side entrance of the inn.
Ah, see, Baldric, you done went and scared her off.
Well, now that she's gone, give me my drink.
What do you want?
Surprise me, Falamor.
That is a terrible idea.
You know what? You're on your own this time. You don't listen to me anyways. Good boy.
Drink of victory.
Fine, drink of victory, go. You can have this one. And don't buy any more useless things.
Okay, Falamor, if you're going to be ordering a drink to surprise him, then you have to do so.
That's what I plan to do. Madame, can I order another drink?
Oh, of course, my dear. And what can I get you?
What's the strongest, cheapest, most gut rot beer you have?
The gut rot beer?
Sounds great to me. My friend would like one.
Oh, which one? The pretty little thing or the wonderful looking young man?
The tin bucket.
I meant this giant man who's been belittling me this whole time.
I would like to add in that this whole time I'm staring at the lady with my mouth just slightly open.
She is noticeably disgruntled by this. She doesn't like your stare. But she doesn't know how to handle a tin man. She goes and you see that she basically pours a drink from what looks to be a cask that has been left out too long. She says, and my dear, it's just $1 for you for this. $1.
What's $1?
Wow. It's just
I didn't know we were playing a modern future game.
I'm sorry, it's the right number of letters, just the wrong word. It's just a copper. I hold no responsibility for your metal friend rusting.
I just watched him get hit by an ogre a few days ago. I think he'll be fine.
It be on your heads, dearie. And she turns and walks the other way.
Alright. Falamor, a toast to victory.
Fine, I'll toast to that. You did save me after all.
Smell.
Twice!
Once.
I take my food, I move away from the stank of the beer.
All right. Baldric, as you take your drink of the alcohol, I need you to roll. Are you immune to poison? First off.
I want to say that they are immune to poison.
First edition, Warforged.
It's okay, you're doing it during a perfect time because I'm dropping frames like a madman right now for no reason.
Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
I really need to save this page.
You really should.
I really don't know. It's on Twitch's side, it's not on my side, so.
Well, I apologize to anybody who's listening and who's
Watching
getting
the
short
stutter
end of this
step,
thing.
yeah.
Alright. Warforged. No, it does not say it.
Okay, then you are not immune to poison. As such, roll a
Immune
constitution.
to disease.
Yep, not poison. Roll a constitution saving throw, please.
Alright, where's mine? There it is. Alright, so that's a 22
fantastic.
total.
Fantastic. Baldric, as you take the gulp of the rancid smelling beer, you feel it immediately begin to push back up as soon as it hits your stomach. Even though you're not built to eat food, you always have the ability to do so if you so want. And you force it back down.
Oh.
You feel very much as if you are sickened by this alcohol. For the moment, and I will tell you when it lets up, you have a -2 on actions, on all ability checks.
Alright.
It does not affect combat at this point.
Ugh. It hits and tastes like the ogre. Great choice.
At least it reminds you of our battle.
That's disgusting.
Remind me to never drink any of that.
Zenthir, would you like a drink?
Absolutely not.
Oh, what's the harm?
Everything.
Excellent. So, as you guys are kind of going through that process, just dealing with that kind of bullcrap, as it were, you hear off in the distance a sound that sounds a little bit like a scream. So, do you go and look at it, or?
Is it coming from outside the building,
Outside.
or?
Yes, it's coming from outside the building.
Yes, I would go outside.
I just keep eating.
Onward! Run towards the sound.
Which way did the sound come from?
The sound came from, it sounds like it came from in this direction, something like that. To the east, as it were.
I didn't see any notification on the map. Would you click something?
I am clicking something, it's a big map.
Zooming out!
You should be able to see a couple of red circles as they pop up.
Nope.
Seems to be coming to
Nope.
the east.
Yeah, I'm not
Nope.
seeing them.
I'm not seeing anything on the map.
Yeah, I'm zoomed all the way out. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
That.
Okay,
There we go.
There we go.
That was weird.
Okay. I apologize. I was in the wrong overlay.
You're good.
So, for you guys, oh wow, somebody moved quickly, guys.
That was me, sorry.
The hero of timeless poop just followed, by the way.
It's a solid name.
The hero of time of poop.
Timeless poop.
Oh,
along with a
hero
lot of
time-
other weird names.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you, Shane.
Well, welcome to the game. I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so with this, as you guys come out, while you heard a scream, you definitely heard one. Nobody else seems to be reacting.
Huh.
And it looks like none of your party members came out either.
Apparently not. Apparently I'm the only one that's concerned with the screen in the town.
Oh, there's
Sorry.
Baldric.
I was trying to changing things around to try to get things to work, and it forgot to change the thing. But we're
Gotcha.
good.
There we go.
Oh,
Like I said, everyone else seems to be going about their daily business.
I'm eating.
A
Okay.
couple people are walking around. You pass a human woman who kind of just seems to keep walking.
Hmm.
You can see a couple of other NPCs that seem to be moving.
Alright. I go up to the shopkeep that's over down the alley and ask him if he heard anybody scream.
Okay, as you're gonna need to move yourself
Yep.
towards the shopkeep, and you'll be able to see him as you come around the corner.
So, pardon me, sir, but it sounded like there was a scream out here.
Oh, laddie, that's just nothing for you to worry about. All you heard was somebody from the forest getting killed by them elves.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Unfortunately, the elven forest is blocked off from humankind. We're not allowed over there, but people tend to keep going in there as if they were trying to find something or search for something, laddie. So at this time, they've got a small platoon of elves out there who just shoot anybody down who comes too close to the woods.
I see.
It was a bit of a worry a couple of days back when it began, but then we found out that the human king was sending out some knights and guards to search for some sort of great cure.
And
A
the elves
king,
just
right?
kill. The elves just kill anybody who goes near the forest.
Specifically humans. It's part of the agreement. The forest does not encroach upon human lands, and the humans do not encroach upon the elven lands.
Ah, of course. Okay, that makes slightly more sense, though it's still troubling.
And while trade is allowed, people who come in with axes and torches and fire are obviously not traders, so they're not allowed into the woods.
I understand.
It's unfortunate. There's so many good men and women who have died because of it, but there's not much that we can do.
And these are the people who are going into the forest for some reason. Why are they attempting this?
Like I said, we heard that the Prince Heir has come down with some sort of wicked illness, and so these are likely guardsmen or knights who are sent over in that direction. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Right.
That was a really loud scream, though.
Yes, perhaps somebody should go look just in case.
I'd love to, but I've got a shop to run and a family to feed.
Oh no, I was not volunteering you. You, of course, would not be allowed. I, however, might have a little more luck.
And as you're talking to the shopkeep, Falavor and Baldric are there with you as well. You hear a much closer scream at this point. And this one is decidedly dwarven. Ah! There's a human body over here!
Well, that didn't sound like it came from the forest.
The shopkeep turns around very, very quickly. What? What are you talking about? There's not supposed to be any bodies in this city. All right, well, lads, I hope that you have a great day. I'm gonna go ahead and pack up and hide in my house.
Very well.
And he immediately jumps into his home and he disappears from view.
What is going on out here? We've been gone forever.
Apparently there's some dead guy and Baldric just left me here.
Dead guy.
Yeah, the
Why is there-
shopkeeper. Or somebody
He's
shouted
dead?
about it. Somebody shouted about somebody being dead.
Wait, shopkeeper's dead, or someone said the shopkeeper's
No,
dead?
no, no. The shopkeeper ran into the house. Some other dwarf man shouted.
He shouted him to death.
No, it.
Falavor! Miha! Come here.
What?
Follow.
Where?
All right. As you approach, you're able to see there's a dwarf who seems to be backing up. And while he was backing up, you guys all kind of surrounded him, it looks like. And
I'll give him room to walk away.
he goes, "Hey, this was supposed to be a peaceful city for me to escape the violence of my kind. This is not what I signed up for." He turns and he begins to walk away. "Time to pack up shop."
Wait, what are you talking about?
See, I told you, somebody died and the dwarf shopkeeper left.
Miha, do you not see the body of the poor man here?
Oh,
I apologize. I just realized that he's a little bit small.
okay.
There.
Yeah,
I guess.
it works.
All right, so
I don't want anything to do with this. I'm gonna find a guard. I don't fucking want anything
Can
to
you
do with
guys
this.
see his name?
Nope.
Human guard body?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because I sometimes worry that you guys can't see it.
Okay, I thought you meant if he had a specific name.
No. Human guard body. All right. Zenthier, Meha, and Falavor, please roll perception. Baldric, unfortunately, because of the grog you ingested, you're not going to be able to roll perception for this.
I'm fine with that.
20. Perception is...
It's a wisdom-based skill.
It's a wisdom. So plus nothing. Oh, I got a 1.
You get a 1.
All right.
Apparently, you had some grog as well.
So, Meha and Falavor, my question is, for example, I think Falavor, you should have Jack of all trades. Why didn't you add +1
Oh,
to that?
my bad. So it's a 2. My apologies.
And Meha, do you have a wisdom modifier?
No.
Okay. Are you proficient with perception?
Yes.
Okay.
you should have added
Is-
2 to that.
24.
You add 2 to that. And I think that's one of your chosen
Yes,
skills.
24.
Please remember to add those in because, I can notice when you don't add anything in,
Well, I
but
figured-
I'm not going
I-
to bring it out.
I figured at 20 I'd be alright.
Not necessarily,
Not
because
for
it's an
perception.
opposed roll.
Oh, okay.
So you want to always add the stuff in.
Got it.
All right. Falavor, you notice absolutely nothing around you. Meha, as you turn to go back to try and find a guard, you kind of turn towards the west and you see what looks to be a person hiding in the shadows next to the small house. And that person looks to be pretty sneaky. Zenthier, you see it as well.
Okay. Near which house?
There should have been somebody who just popped up on the screen for you.
Just to our
Ah.
west.
Yeah, I see it now.
The one who has a terrible looking name.
Yes.
So, obviously, you don't know that it's an assassin.
No.
But you definitely see a human standing there in the shadows. He's kind of bent over, and it looks like he's wiping something on the ground.
I start heading towards him.
Anyone else?
Same. I shout.
And I point at him and say, "Excuse me."
What are
He
you
looks at
doing?
you. He looks at you, gets up very quickly. He's holding a blade that seems to be dripping blood. With a wordless snarl, he rushes at you. Okay. We're going to do the same thing that we did last time for combat, so this is going to be the first time for you, Zenthier. I want you all to roll initiative, and then I'm going to roll initiative for my assassin separately. You will all go at the same time, the assassin will go on its own turn. That way we limit the amount of, turn thing.
Awesome.
And, okay, Baldric, you also, there you go, thank you. Alright, so, with Feral cats. Currently at the highest. Everyone is going to go on the same turn with feral cats, which means Falivor. You did not notice at first. Baldric didn't get a chance to notice at all. Zenthier, you were not flat-footed for this attack. He's going to go first, then everyone else is going to go.
Okay.
And we're just going to go that route. As such, let's see what we get. Does a whopping 6 hit you?
No.
Okay. 6 does not hit you. And so that means it is now going to be Falivor's turn. Falivor, you look over after you hear Meha and Zenthier yell at what looked to be a human. Then the human charged Zenthier and swung a dagger at him and missed horribly. What do you do?
I look over to Baldric and I go, "Hey, Baldric, if you down him, I'll buy you another drink."
Falivor, it looks like he needs a lesson in grace.
Fine. Do you want to make another bet then?
Whoever downs gets bought.
That works for me.
Which, by the way, Zenthier, Craig specifically,
Yes.
I'm allowing a little bit more free reign when it comes to roleplay and combat.
Okay.
This is supposed to be high adventure. With high adventure, think about, Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff like that. There's always time for talking. So you can banter back and forth, you can banter with the enemy. I'm not going to penalize you. It's going to be just like my other game that I run in person for you, where you get roleplay and skill experience.
Got it.
So keep that in mind. That's not me telling you you have to do it if you want to stay leveled, because you're still going to get combat experience, but you are going to be out leveled if you don't do any of that stuff and everyone else does.
Got it.
Alright. Now,
So,
Falivor.
Yep.
Falivor, I put my hand behind my back and bow. Have at thee.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can exactly make it there. Sweet. Fine then, Baldric. I'll show you how to kill something elegantly. I'm going to stab at the assassin with my rapier.
Okay, you do that.
Which is... where's my dice button? 1d20 plus proficiency plus dex is 4. Does a 17 hit?
A 17. Let us find out. Oops, wrong button. There we go. And a 17 will indeed hit this creature.
And I deal 1d8 plus my dex modifier. So 5 damage.
Still up. Next on the list is going to be Baldric.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. And I'll just stop it there for now.
Okay.
I don't have the range to get him there yet, so.
Where did you start again?
He was like right there.
That was
Yeah.
that one right there.
This box right there is where I started.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Unless I can stand in the place of one of my other 2 people if anyone's gonna back away.
No, not until their turn. Well, actually, since you guys are going to go all at the same time, then technically,
Wait.
yes, I'm okay with you doing that.
So that would be up to Zenthier.
But from my count, you, if you're right there, you're still shy 1 square. because you have 30-foot movement.
Yeah, I would still be shy one.
But if you let Zenthier go first, I think you can charge and get double move and get there.
Okay, I wasn't sure of the charge. I didn't find it anywhere. If they kept charge in.
If they haven't, then we're going to put it back in. But we're going to go ahead and roll it as old rules at this point. Up to double move, it's both your move and your attack action.
Okay.
So, Zenthier, would you like to go before?
Certainly.
Okay, then do so.
All right. First, I'll turn to him, and I'll say, despite your paltry attack, I'll give you this one chance to surrender. Drop your weapon and lay on the ground.
The human yells at you wordlessly. Now that you've heard it the second time, it sounds feminine,
Mm-hmm.
but the form definitely looks masculine.
Oh, okay. Very well. As I turn to cast an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That's made with disadvantage at this range, isn't it?
I do not believe so. If you have the player's handbook in front of you, page 203 doesn't mention anything about spells cast at melee range.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead and just move forward without it, and if I find it later, we'll change it.
Okay.
Here it is. Attack rolls. Most spells that require attack rolls involve ranged attacks. Remember that you have disadvantage on a ranged attack roll if you're within 5 feet of a hostile creature.
Okay. What page is that on?
I don't know what the exact page number is because I'm using the PDF at this point. On my PDF, it's 187, which I think that's closer to like 193. It's
I'm
just
looking
under
at
the
the
areas of effect.
I'm looking at it's just under areas of effect. I'm looking at the making an attack roll right now, so I can find that one.
That looks like that's page 205, maybe.
Yeah, 205. This correct page, yes. Just found it.
Okay, so if you're gonna continue to fire in melee,
Mhm.
you have disadvantage.
It's either that or he gets a free swing on me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll roll again with disadvantage.
Okay. Hey, didn't matter. You hit him. Did you
Yeah.
give Baldric room to charge in?
I did not, but he gets pushed back 10 feet.
Is that the particular Eldritch Blast you used?
Yes. I took the invocation that adds my charisma to damage and the one that pushes him back.
Okay.
So
No
I'll
saving
do-
throw?
No saving throw. That's gonna be a D10 plus 2. As he takes 9 damage.
Okay. Alright, he still is up, but looks severely wounded.
And then at that point I will move back a space.
You should probably move sideways,
Yes.
towards the south. Okay. Baldric, do you want to take your turn now?
Yes. And question:
Answer.
the actions in combat, like disengage, dodge, things like that, do they take both actions?
Just an action.
Just one, because what they have now instead of charge is dash. When you take a dash action, you gain extra movement up to double your movement, whatever your current movement speed is.
Yeah, that takes your action for the turn.
It takes your actual action, not your movement action. Because remember,
There's movement, action, bonus action, and reaction.
Okay. Okay, I see how that works. Okay. So are we just gonna go with that, or you want to leave the charge in? It's your call as a DM.
Let's not, because I'm pretty sure I remember there's an ability in the fighter section that gives you charge back.
There's
Okay.
a feat.
Okay. Yeah, there's a feat for it. So they specifically took it out for a reason. But you can definitely run up and be the tank at this point if you'd like.
You know what?
Or if you have a thrown weapon, you can throw that.
For the fun of it, I will use my action to do a dash to get right up on him, and using action surge, get an additional action to attack.
There you go.
There you go.
I will make my strike.
Meha, you are up after
No.
him because he missed.
All right. I'm going to shoot, or attempt to shoot, anyways.
Okay.
Everybody with the high rolls tonight.
Except for
my
Baldric.
3.
Congratulations, you hit. Deal your damage, please.
Ow.
All right. As you hit the creature, the human, the arrow pierces him straight through into an open wound that he had already had thanks to Falivor. And you hear it gurgle and then fall over. Once again, sounding decidedly feminine.
So confused. Is it dead?
Definitely dead.
Go over to it and kind of kick it over and like check it out.
You kick it over and you check it out. And it seems like, you know, it's swaddled, but that it might have been messed with some.
I mean, mess
It feels like it's missing things that it should have. But, you know, it's still clothed, so you're not entirely sure.
Can I
Can I
check
roll
it out?
investigation on it?
You can investigate it. You can... It's up to you how far you want to go to investigate. You have to describe what you're doing.
Can I have a question real fast?
Go ahead.
Those alpha archers. I'm assuming there's what is everybody else? What the fuck is everybody else doing?
Well, they didn't notice. They saw the human guard. They heard the scream,
Mhm.
but they haven't come over here yet. You guys rushed over here as soon as the dwarf found them, because as the human shopkeeper said, they're all pretty much used to screams at this point.
I'm very worried about getting arrested right now. Very, very worried about getting arrested.
Well,
Incredibly-
that's something to think about later. Right now,
What's-
you're doing something else.
Yeah.
no,
What's
I'm thinking
the,
my character is because nothing's happening. We just have a dead person here. Like she is very off put by the whole situation. So I'm trying
What's-
to figure out what's going on the side. Sorry,
What is
Craig.
this? That's okay. What's the human assassin wearing?
Full black, form-fitting clothing, completely wrapped up all the way around it.
Any like mask or anything like that?
It does have a mask covering the lower portion of its face.
Okay, I would take off the mask.
Okay. As you take off the mask, the jaw falls open, and you're able to see that there is no tongue in this mouth.
Well, that's not creepy.
Can I search the body to see if there's anything of interest on it, money-wise?
You can indeed search the body.
I put that with like sleight of hand. Like how would I? If I try
It's
like,
perception.
like all the nooks and crannies in the body.
Okay.
Perception.
If you're going to do the in-depth search, then I'm going to have you do investigation, and you're going to have to tell me that you're going to cut open her clothes.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt to start. I don't want to cut right away. I want to start if I can peel or like untie or move or.
It looks almost as if it had been sewed onto her.
At that point, then I will start cutting or start like, cutting away slowly.
Okay. You don't really find a whole lot at first. As you start pulling the clothes off, you can see what looks to be deep scars on the chest, where breasts would hang if she had had any. You notice that it is indeed a her. As you cut away some of the clothing, you can hear one of the guards coming up, and but you do find 10 gold, a small vial that it looked like the assassin had in her hand prior to attacking you guys.
Mhm. So I hear the guard, right?
No, I'm thinking I don't want to be sticking around here when all this happens, because basically all they're going to see is 2 corpses and us standing around.
Well, there's a guard. He approaches at this point, and you find one more thing on the body. It's a potion. It looks like it's in a potion vial. It is a clear liquid with a golden tint to it.
Okay.
And the guard approaches. Oh, what is going on here?
I stuff everything to my pockets really fast.
Okay, sleight of hand or stealth if you're trying not to be noticed. Excellent.
Right? While she's stuffing stuff in her pockets, I turn to the guard and say, "It's about time somebody shows up."
Since she stripped off the clothes as well, Zenthier, Mayhab, Baldric, and Balvor, please all roll perception.
Roll perception.
Oh, I get to roll again.
You get to roll because you're close on top of them.
Oh crap, I didn't add in the modifier. I apologize, I clicked it. Perception.
I'm still getting my -2.
So 19. I'm sorry.
That's alright. Just waiting on Baldric at this point.
Sorry, I was trying to get everything set up.
That's alright. Baldric. You do not notice it. Everyone else, though, you notice a symbol tattooed upon the scarring of the chest of the woman.
Mm-hmm.
It is in the shape of what looks to be tentacles that both swirl in a clockwise manner, but the thickest portion of the tentacle, one is facing up and one is facing down, and they're separated by a small gap. If you have Arcana or Religion, you can roll, and Valavar, you get to roll by virtue of your Jack of all trades.
Okay, that's a thing I have. Let's see.
20 plus 1.
Zenthier. You notice that image. And, real quick, was that Religion or Arcana?
That was Arcana.
Okay. That is an extraplanar tattoo. It is something that people of vilest kind have tattooed upon themselves. It symbolizes the cult of Demogorgon. Demogorgon is a vicious demon lord who is a self-proclaimed prince of demons. Although there is no actual hierarchy among the demons, he holds that title due to being so powerful. None have been able to wrest it from him. People who generally follow the cult are vicious, vile people of the most depraved kind.
I am suddenly a lot more wary of this entire situation.
And the guard looks at when you had responded to, it's about time somebody showed up.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? Killing people! We're gonna have to take you in now!
I'm sorry, but this is the person who killed the guard over there. I thought it better he or she die than escape. Since y'all took so long to investigate the matter, we happen to be in the right place at the right time.
The guard bristles at your comments. I'm going to have to take you all in. I can't
What did I
let
do?
murderers running loose in my city.
Would you like to do your job and investigate first?
I don't know. Would you like to wait for the investigation before you kill somebody outright?
They attacked me first. It was self-defense.
He killed the guard.
Did you ask him? Her? It?
We tried,
It
and
tri-
then
and
she
it
swung
swung
a
at
dagger at
him.
my face.
And what's to say that this person didn't think that you were the one who just killed that person?
I'm gonna say the tattoo of the demon lord that's on their body.
I got there after he was dead.
And now you're making up some sort of demon lord nonsense? And the
Why
guard
don't you look for yourself?
the guard yells out. We have a group of people resisting arrest.
Why do I even bother? I need him. How many people are close to us?
Close to you, there's two archers that are turned towards you with their bows on the top of the tower.
Mhm.
And then they both turn and come towards the direction that you guys are currently standing in on the
Okay.
tower. And then there's two guards coming towards you.
Okay.
We didn't do anything. He was here.
And you are here. I did not see this person kill the guard, but I saw you kill this person.
Then you should have saw him attacking us first. I didn't do anything. You guys are over there doing absolutely nothing. People are screaming, people are yelling, and you just do nothing. Find the dwarf. He will tell you. He will tell you that he's dead.
I'm sorry. Find the dwarf.
Find the dwarf.
My friend, I'm afraid there's probably more than one dwarf in this city.
I will find him then. I will bring him back.
You are not leaving.
Well, then come with me.
No, we are all going down to the barracks and you will all be put under arrest. And then all of a sudden, you see another human come running up. And the human starts babbling incoherently. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? They killed the murderer. The murderer is dead. And just kind of stumbling over his words.
There, see? A reasonable person. Why don't you listen to him for a moment?
You see the other guard that was coming over walk up to him and begin to try and talk to him while the actual human, is glaring at you guys, specifically you, Zenthir.
Mm-hmm.
But please, sir, my compatriot, he really was attacked first, and we all acted in self-defense on his half.
The guard seems to ignore you. The human male who came running up to you guys seems to be calming down and is able to talk to the half-elf guard some. And the half-elf guard looks at the other guard and says, "This is a witness to the incident. This man says that he watched that black-clad human kill the other guard and then these 4 come afterwards, and they were attacked first, sir.
Told you.
The human guard seems very upset. He had obviously felt that you as a group were insulting him and his men, his compatriots, and now he has no way to retribute against you.
There, see? 5 minutes of investigation, and you find a witness.
Can we find the elf now? You still don't believe us?
Find the elf now?
Or the
Dwarf.
dwarf now? That one? By the dwarf?
He turns and just leaves. He ignores all of you.
Stick my tongue out.
The half-elf guard looks at you all. I apologize. I apologize for my fellow guardsman's behavior. Unfortunately, he's a guard because he has a very high temper, so his family and us as his friends felt that it was the best thing for him, so I went in with him.
Oh, don't worry. I completely understand. He's just trying to defend his city, after all.
That's the worst temperament to have as a guard. It's a terrible idea. This is
Miha,
why, right here. This is
Miha,
why.
just shh. It's okay.
This is why.
Everything is resolved now. There has been no harm done. Nobody was forced to do it rash.
I shot a guy. It's pretty rash.
With the guards.
I almost shot a guard. It was pretty rash.
The half-elf guard does look at you guys and say, I will have to request in the future to not goad any of the other guards.
I wasn't goading anybody. He got all up. He was
Little
just so
one, that
angry.
wasn't aimed at you.
He was
I
talking
was
to us in
merely
general.
stating what his job was instead of flying accusations in my face. However, I will take your words under advisement.
Investigation is done by the guard captain. Our job is to arrest those we feel may be a threat to others.
I'm
So,
not a threat. 3 feet tall. See?
from what this man said, it was your arrow that felled the assassin. So you are definitely a threat.
I'm 3 feet tall. I can't. No.
But enjoy, please. Enjoy the rest of this day. I'm going to take this body and we're going to move it away from here. So he picks up the body and carries it away. If I could just get the right one to go where I need it to go. And this guard seems to head north.
Okay.
The other guard comes back shortly thereafter and starts gathering up the human guard that died over here.
Well, that's quite enough excitement for one day, don't you think?
This human man, the man who, came to your rescue, as it were, thanks you profusely for killing the vile murderer.
No, sir. We should thank you. Come, let me buy you a drink.
Oh boy, here we go.
No, I think that'll be sufficient. I can't. I'm flustered. I can't do it.
Nonsense! A drink! Put my arm around him and start leading him towards the tavern.
Just drink with him. It'll be easier this way.
He's like babbling, but you're stronger than him, so he can't fight you off.
And here I was going to say we should go ahead and leave this city.
Drinks first, leaving later.
Yes, yes, I know what you like.
Well, it has been, a 3 days walk here. I could use some rest too.
You could
I
always use
suppose we can
rest.
stay one night in the inn.
If you're all staying, I'll stay too, I guess. Not have much of a choice. My steed
Yeah.
is here.
I was about to say, Baldric Power is here.
Yeah, my steed is here still.
That
Okay.
1 horsepower steed.
So, Palivor, we both lost our bet.
Buy me a drink!
Oh, what do you want, Shorty?
Oh, I'm gonna kick him in the shin.
Ow, ow, ow! Hey, manners! I am buying you a drink after all.
Not short. Find me something with apples.
Fine, fine. You and your fruity drinks after all.
Apples.
You get it on Elven wine.
Yep.
Alright. So, this is going to be DM reminding the players since it has been a couple of weeks. Part of the reason why I had brought up Turner Town was besides the fact that it is kind of the halfway point between the capital and the forest, was also because that's likely going to be the best place to try and hunt down information onto where to find dryads and how to get tears out of them without killing them.
Stab a little bit, be alright.
So keep that in mind when you're for the next day, since you guys are going to rest here for the evening.
Okay.
Can I talk to, I guess, if she's still there, or whoever came in next, the innkeeper? I want to inquire about a alchemist or something of the sort, town mage or something like that, just if there's anything like that in the town.
The closest thing that we have, my dear, is going to be good old Mayor Thent. Sorry, not Kent, Thent.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mayor Thent is a well-traveled man. He came back, and it was only after a couple of weeks that we had all decided that he was just best suited to be the mayor.
Alright. Do I talk to somebody? Do I make an appointment? Used to things be
Oh,
very
no.
different.
Mayor Thent is welcome for all visitors to meet.
Alright, thank you. Where do I find him?
Towards the middle of town, Mayor Thent has a large home, right across from the smithy. I don't know why he would choose a place with such a loud neighbor, but he really enjoys it, and his house is the one that's surrounded by the fence.
What time is it now?
By the time you guys finish drinking, the little assassin incident, it's probably close to night.
Alright, so yeah, no, I'll go over there. Okay, how do we go about getting rooms here?
Oh, sweetie, you just pay me. I've got 2 rooms. Actually, that dear elven lady seems to have left today. It was her last day, so 3 rooms total.
Kind of eyeball the other one. Eyeball them. I'll take one by myself. And they're gonna take the other 2.
Ma'am, may I sleep in the nice hay behind this inn?
You're not sleeping outside. Remember how last time you slept outside?
But
Unfortunately,
it's warm.
that's just saved for horses, not for guests.
I tell you what, Baldric.
Hey.
You could board with me, and you can sleep on the floor or something.
Okay.
But you're gonna split the room with me 50-50.
No, I'll pay for the room for that. Well. Don't worry about it.
I guess I will just take my own room.
Each room it costs a silver for the night.
Okay.
Where should I get? I gotta do that. It's like -1 silver. I'll math it later.
Also, I'm gonna leave this up to you, Shane, but I'm going to attempt to keep drinking with this man until he basically gets sloshed and just passes out. Every time he tries to get up, I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and push him back down. Provided he doesn't actually try to run away. At that point, I'll let him go.
If you're paying, he stays and drinks.
All right.
It's a couple of hours, but he eventually just falls over and starts snoring.
I just go to my room. Order a bath. If they do they have bath orders here.
No.
Damn.
Here's a
Or a
bucket of
bucket.
cold water.
I order a bucket of water.
Sure.
Okay, I'll go bucket
She-
of hot water.
You ask for some water to clean yourself up with, and she comes back with a bucket that might as well be a bath for someone your size.
That works. Baldric, bring this.
I'm drinking with my friend.
He's probably dead.
Your friend appears to be quite unconscious.
Then I must take him home.
He's fine there. Bring this first.
Do you even know where he lives?
Someone will.
So you should leave him there for them to help.
No.
I'm sure the kind innkeeper will not be upset if he stays there for a while.
Bring this.
Okay. We're going to call the 1 hour mark a little bit more than an hour, as it is.
7 minutes passed.
Huh?
That's at 7 minutes past.
Bugger off. It took that long for you guys to finally decide to get a room and what to do with it.
Yep.
Every hour, give or take, anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes, depending on how lazy I am. We're going to take a small break. This is at that point. It's about a 3-minute break, give or take.
Yep, about a 3 to 5 minute break. We do it so you can get up, use the bathroom, get a snack, come back, so you don't miss anything. We also do it because some of us do drink during this, and alcohol is a diuretic.
Oh, pee time.
Fancy word.
I know. Big words tonight.
So, as is the case from last time, are you going to still be streaming, Minion?
Yes, the stream will still be up. I will just have it on the screen with the DM's mail if you guys want to mail him with any concerns, comments, or we are looking for voice actors because we're going to start doing a little bit of extra lines so our DM doesn't have to voice everything because Lord knows the dwarf can do a great woman's voice.
Oh, honey, thanks.
Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you. But email him if you're interested. We're still trying to find a way to really get it set up and do it through Skype, but we're going to try to get something figured out, hopefully.
This poor music we got going on.
So with that, we're taking a quick 3 to 5 minute break. We will be back shortly, guys.
Yeah.
And Craig, just so you know, they can still hear everything on Skype.
Yes,
Not
so-
if I mute my microphone.
Correct.
That's true.
All right, well, I'm going to go
Talk to
use the
us.
bathroom now, so.
Good drink.
Roll20 is sending me ads all the time.
And I am back.
Alrighty.
Welcome back.
So I'm back for all intents and purposes.
Welcome.
So you enjoying it so far, Craig?
Yes.
Does it feel
Good
weird
so-
at all knowing that you're being live streamed at the same time?
Little bit.
Takes a little getting used to, I know.
Yeah. But now I am back plus 1 glass of liquid ambrosia.
Liquid courage.
Scotch.
Is it that expensive one again?
Liquid chest hair.
You should have seen Mika's face the first time she tried scotch. Oh my god.
It was hilarious.
I'm sad because I just finished my giant glass of wine. And it's basically a double glass is what it was. And I don't have any more of that wine left, so now I'm forced to drink Coca-Cola.
That's depressing.
Well,
Yep. And for reference, if I'm drinking it, it's not cheap scotch.
that's what I thought.
If I splurge on one alcohol,
It's
that's
scotch.
what I splurge on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's
but
like
you
me and
serve
whiskey.
multiple
I
of them.
don't buy cheap whiskey if I'm gonna drink whiskey.
All right, everybody. So, good news for Shane. My computer came in today.
His
Hooray!
new supercomputer, so his old one doesn't crap out when we play WoW together.
So what I'm hearing is I'm coming over to your house tomorrow to help you build a computer.
I'm probably just gonna stay up all night tonight.
Okay. If you run into any issues, just let me know.
Yeah, really, I've looked at it, looked at the parts. It doesn't
Mhm.
look all that hard. It's just a matter of fitting it all in there.
Yeah. The biggest thing, make sure you don't forget the thermal paste on the processor.
Otherwise, we'll
That
laugh
would
at
be
you.
bad.
As long as he's still using that stock one, the stock heat sink,
Oh, that's
it'll,
true, you're-
it'll
yeah,
have
it's
it
already
applied
on
on it.
So on the
Yeah,
bright
sorry.
side for tonight, we do have the most amount of signed-in viewers I've ever had. So for those of you that are
Fantastic.
still
You
watching,
can get
thank
out
you
of
for staying
Falimore
around.
voice, by the way.
I don't give a shit. Because I got this shit on lock. Oh wait, no, that's Craig.
I get it. He's an elephant.
Star Trek reference.
All right, shut up, you guys. Live
No.
long and prosper. All right. By the way, Baldric, make sure you correct your character. You no longer have the penalty.
Okay.
Although sadly, we seem to be missing those two people that were RPing in my chat last time. A dwarf pyromancer. I've never seen something so great in my life.
Obviously, you should give incentives for people who are in chat to start RPing with us.
I don't mind it. And like I also told him, you know, we are looking for voice actors because we're gonna find a way to play audio other than just through the jukebox system on Roll20.
Yeah, which won't allow me to upload my own sounds. Lag.
Yep.
Is my
Alright.
microphone sound any different?
You sound a little bit clearer now.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Like I said, the microphone on that headset is actually really good.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
just
quiet.
realized you could actually pull it out of the earpiece.
Oh, yeah, it slides out. I should have told you that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just noticed.
Yeah, that headset doesn't have the greatest like sound quality, but the microphone for some reason is like top notch. I don't get it. It was like a $80 headset when I bought it.
Yeah. It's better than the microphone I have on my other headset that's like, pick up everything on the planet.
Hey, I can
Yeah.
hear China. Yeah.
That's why he gave you that one.
I know.
Yeah, because we didn't want the demons. Shane, do you remember the original demons that was my laptop?
You mean anybody's laptop? Really? That used their...
I think mine was the worst.
Yeah, but I had lots of people when we used to do these Skype games all the time who would use a laptop and all of a sudden be like, alright, so who got possessed?
Yep.
Oh, that's right, everybody.
Like mine
Craig, out of
bad.
curiosity, out of game kind of, do you have any kind of minion you can summon?
Oh, no, I do not. Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Depending on which Warlock track I choose, I might get a familiar.
Okay, I was
But
just
don't know if I'm
curious.
gonna- yeah, I don't know if I'm going to take that or not.
It's kind of a good thing we're taking a break right now because I'm dropping frames again. It's on Twitch's side and it's not on my side.
Okay, well. See, what's gonna end up happening is I'm gonna force at least one of you nerds to stay on and help me put this computer together, because I'm looking at it, and there are a couple things that I keep trying to look at and read the instructions on how to put together. And it's like, connect this. Okay, with what and how?
Yeah, the biggest thing is to put the motherboard in first and then hook up the power supply to everything. And then you put in the video card and hook the power supply up to that, and then the processor, etc., etc.
Actually, it's normally easier to put the processor in first, that way you don't have to maneuver around the video card.
True. It's all personal preference. I do processors last because that way I have the cords off to the side where I want them.
True, yeah.
I just stand around because I'm pretty and I don't do shit.
Token tits.
Alright.
Yep, I just tickle my tits.
Alright, so is everyone back?
Yup.
Evan, you good?
Yes, better be good, because I just turned the thing back on. Alright, so we are back!
Excellent. And... Alright. We're waking up in the morning. Throughout the night, the human was picked up by probably his wife, if he's married.
Who
I
was
haven't
very
decided.
angry.
I don't go that far in depth into the and random NPCs
Backstory.
backstories.
You didn't anticipate us taking him out for drinks.
Even if you did, it didn't matter. I like this. Alright. So with that, it's now morning. You guys come downstairs after cleaning out your mouth a little bit. And while the innkeep is there, she's kind of not really paying attention. She's doing kind of her own thing, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
So, once again, Baldric, get rid of your penalty.
Yep. Or is it actually on my character?
It's on your
Oh, yeah.
character.
Let's see that. There we go. I apologize. I didn't notice you put that on there.
I did not. You did.
Okay. You say so, sir.
I did not mess with your sheet to put anything on that.
Yes, DM Sama.
I'm claiming demons, Ghost in the Machine. Continue.
Alright. So, Meha had asked about local mage or something like that, and you guys had heard about Mayor Thent. Are you guys going to go meet Mayor Thent? Or are you guys
Yes.
going to go try and walk around to other places?
Mayor Thint was mentioned to us, so he's as good of a starting place as any.
NT.
NT,
NT.
good.
Big
NT,
NT.
yeah.
Big dollar.
Yeah, Entei is in this town. We need to go find the mythical dog.
I'm gonna go out, see maybe it's like a.
While I could run a Pokemon game, I'm not going to online.
Damn. All right,
Okay.
so going outside.
It's been kind of like a little baker or something. Kind of little.
There is no baker around here.
No, we're a snack and
You
just.
smell lots of baking bread, but it's all from private homes.
Alright.
Mihao, you better leave the talking to me this time. You seem to have a
No.
short temper, especially with the way you dealt with that guard.
He?
Exactly.
Oh no, he didn't.
Oh no, she better don't. Oh, no,
She better don't.
don't. I love RuPaul.
Excuse me, where can I find the mayor? Ah, you ran away from me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're just so beautiful.
Yes, I am.
I think
If
I
you go
look better
down-
than him anyways.
If you go down this alley, you're gonna find the entrance to the mayor's house.
Thank you.
Of course. And please, if anybody who's listening is a female and wants to record any of these voices, please do so. Give me an email.
And he will work something out with you.
Alright. Standing outside of the home is indeed Mayor Thent. Yes, good job, Thenthier. You found him. Proud of you. He is a human. He's standing there. Seems to be a fairly good-looking man, probably in his early to mid-30s, a little bit of gray in his hair, but nothing too in-depth. He stands straight and very tall, and as you approach, he beams at you with a smile full of teeth. Welcome, travelers! And how can I help you this fine morning?
I'm trying to figure out what these are. And I hold up one in each hand, the vial and potion I got yesterday.
Oh, that's one way to start a conversation.
Well, small one, I'm more than happy to help. If you don't mind, I would love to look at them.
Hand them over.
He looks at them, and I would like everyone to please roll me an insight.
Insight is wisdom.
It's a wisdom-based skill, correct?
Wisdom's a 0, so...
Shit.
Good job, proud of you. Proud of you. Ooh! Excellent. And, let's see. Okay. He kind of stops for a brief moment. This is for, excuse me, Falavor. He stops for a very brief moment, looks at them. You sense a bit of almost like a disquiet feeling in him. And then he says, "My dear lady, this one," and he holds it out very gently, "seems to be a vial of poison."
The good kind of poison?
There's no such
Lady,
thing.
there's no such thing as good poison.
Well, they kill fast, they kill slow. It's good or it's bad.
Moving on. This other one, he pops the stopper on it. Ah, yes, I would recognize that smell anywhere. This is what priests, clerics and certain druids are able to bottle to cure wounds that would otherwise fell a man.
Alright.
You can tell the smell because it smells like almonds.
I like almonds. Can I smell it?
Sure, here you come. As you smell it, you get the very full smell of roasted almonds. The golden colored liquid seems to hold a little bit of an enthrallment in you. You feel healthier just smelling it.
I like this. This is good stuff.
He says, "That... what... far out in this area of the kingdom is a rare find, my lady." How did you come upon that?
It was a present.
All right. Well, you're bluffing. Please roll bluff. Okay. Do you have a charisma modifier?
Oh, 1. So 12.
12. And you're not proficient with bluff.
Nothing.
You're proficient with nothing. Good. I see. It was a gift. Well, forgive me. I do not intend to pry upon your past.
Past. Done anything?
But as it is there anything else I can do for you? Any other way I can help?
I did have a general question.
Okay.
How do
We
wits
were-
work?
We were hoping to find some more information on the phenomenon known as Dryad's Tears.
You were sent here from the capital.
Yes, sir. We were
We don't want to get shot
indirectly.
at all.
Mihal, why don't
Okay.
you just back away from the nice man? Like I said, let me do the talking.
Well, as far as the Dryad's Tears, there are many different ways that one can go about it. Unfortunately, all I know of are the brutish ways. You break a limb off of her tree, burn part of the bark off. The things that would cause actual harm to her.
I was afraid of that.
Unfortunately, I'm not quite. I was never quite an adventurer, so I'm not entirely sure of the ways to go about it safely.
That is.
Could we not just ask?
You would first have to find a dryad who's willing to listen. Unfortunately, they are more xenophobic than. Pardon, sir, than the Eladrin who live in the Feywild.
Oh no, no offense taken.
Yeah, snicker.
Do you know of anybody else that might have some information on dryads?
There's several elders in the city. You may be able to find one or two of them who might have some more information. They've lived here far longer than I have. And of course, the elf archers are actually on loan from the forest itself. So they may have some knowledge that they'd be willing to provide you with.
That is a good start. I thank you for your help.
Of course. It is my pleasure to help any and all travelers to my city. And now, besides, excuse me, Valavor, I'd like everyone else to roll another insight.
Everyone but me.
I keep
Not-
wanting to call you feral cats, and that's not your character's name.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to change that really quickly?
No, I'm just looking at it and keep going, wait, no, that's not right. Alright, Baldric. You kind of get the feeling that Mayor Thent isn't 100% honest when he says that he's there to help you. Do you do anything?
No, not really.
Okay. Alright, so where do you guys go at this point?
To find the elders. Or,
Okay.
yeah, find the elders.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. We'll start with
Alright.
the elders and then move to the archers if they are in not of any help.
Then let's start with I believe it's investigation to be able to gather information now.
Yes, or I would just ask the mayor if he knows where one of the elders might be.
Well, the elders still tend to try and move about a bit. They like to spend some time at the inn, but with all the guests, they haven't been over there lately. And they also really enjoy spending time at the barracks because they feel safe there.
Okay. The barracks may be a good start then. If there are no elders, we could talk to some of the elven archers that may not be on duty.
Of course.
Where
Everybody
will we
else
find
agree?
them? Yeah, where do we find them?
I'll follow you.
We head towards the barracks if we could get directions toward the barracks.
Of course! The barracks is located upon the eastern side of the city, just behind the general goods store.
So, here?
Yeah.
Awesome. I will head that direction.
Same.
Look like.
I'm gonna trail behind and get lost and disappear into the general goods store.
Alright. Baldric. I'm glad you did that, because in the general goods store, you're able to see what looks to be a very venerable old lady, just kind of sitting in what looks to be a rocking chair. And a younger woman stands behind the counter and says, "Welcome." Ma, is that them one of their Warforged you done told me about? And the old lady looks up. Why, yes, me darling, that be one of them. And what
Ah.
can I do for you, Tin Man?
I just like looking around.
But of course, if you find anything of interest, ask me or my daughter.
I'm just gonna proceed to look around, trying to find pretty stuff and picking it up and playing with it.
Bugger off, Craig. Alright. So Baldric messes around with stuff in the general goods store, and the rest of you find yourself in front of the barracks.
Yes, I'm assuming I'm in front of the door.
A door.
Alright, I open the door while knocking to announce that I'm not just barging into the barracks.
There are several men and women in here, of varying races and ages. They seem to be relaxing, playing cards, eating, that kind of stuff. It looks like it's all one large room. There's cots along the outside of it, and towards the center is place for people to gather and to eat.
Oh, okay. Does it look like there's any elder type people in the room?
Over at one of the card tables, you're able to see an old man.
Mhm.
As you look closely, you can see slightly pointed ears. It looks like he's probably a half-elf.
Hey, perfect. I head over towards him.
He looks up at you, and in striking contrast to the old lady that you guys just heard me butcher the role-playing of, he says in a clear voice, "And who might you be?"
My apologies for interrupting your card game. I am a traveler that has come here on a mission quest thing.
Oh, and so eloquent are we.
Sorry, I couldn't resist quoting Lord of the Rings.
And as such, then, do you think that I would be of assistance to you?
I hope you may be. I've come searching for knowledge of the substance called Dryad's Tears. I have come from the capital. However, the only methods I know of obtaining them are far too cruel for any taste of mine.
Do you know about poisons?
Little lady, you'll have to forgive me, but were you raised in a barn to interrupt somebody else's conversation?
Funny enough, I kinda was.
Well, excellent. Go back to the barn and let the adults talk.
Go to find somebody else.
Well, sir, as far as as you say, the substance, Dryad's tears are actually tears of a dryad. Most of the time, they are not given freely.
Yes.
But sit, play a game with me. While we play, I might be able to remember some of the other ways.
Gladly.
I hear that they're playing a game, and I turn around to watch. I want to see if he's gonna cheat or not.
Okay. Falavor, you are in this room as well. Do you take this time to watch the game? Do you take this time to talk to the one or two elves that are in this building?
I would go and talk to another elf.
Okay. Zenthir, before we begin the game, I'm going to speak with roleplay with Falavor first. All right, and Falavor, you're able to approach. You have an elf male and an elf female. They seem to be sticking fairly close to each other, and you can see a portion of the barracks that is obviously dedicated to the elves. Things look to be a little bit cleaner. The wood looks as if it were shaped, not as if it were built. And although they seem to be squished in together, there is no lack of decorations, and they are nearby to there.
Finally, a side of the barracks that suits my taste. But excuse me, you two. I need some information if you're willing to help.
And the woman, in a very lilting voice, says, "Oh, and what information, pray tell, are you looking for?"
Well, you see, I just recently came from the capital, and we're in search of Dryad Tears. And I don't want to hurt them to get them. I would rather get them by much better means.
Well, sir, you'll have to forgive, but from my knowledge, there is no way to get Dryad Tears in a kind manner. You will do something to harm them. Do you even know how to find the Dryads?
I wouldn't, but that was my very next question. You are very smart.
She titters a bit at the compliment, and the man speaks up in a softer, more subdued voice. Yes, well, as far as finding Dryads is concerned, the key is, of course, to feel the breath of the trees. For you see, the Dryads are more inclined to allow somebody who is already in tune with the forest to approach their glades than somebody who is not. If you harm any trees upon entering the wood, no Dryad will ever let you near their glade, because that is their inner sanctuary. As far as getting close to one, some say that bringing a treasure to tempt the Dryad will allow them to invite you into their glade. Others say that if you are a druid, they will just welcome you in upon request.
Would you happen to know what kind of treasure they like?
He flicks his eyes towards the woman very, very quickly, and he says, let my companion tell you. She knows more about what a woman wants. She speaks out very quickly. Gems! Every woman loves gems.
You wouldn't happen to have a prospector or some kind of jewelry seller in this town, would you?
Oh, sir, you cannot have my hand in marriage.
It's not going to stop me from trying.
Oh, you flatterer, you. The male stands up at this point and looks at you and says, I think you would be better off finding somebody else to assist you.
But nonetheless, sir, I thank you very much for your help.
You are quite welcome. She speaks up. It was a pleasure. Zenthir,
Yes.
as you sit down to the elderly half-elf's table, he pulls out what looks to be a pack of cards. Are you proficient with, I think it's 3 Dragon Ante?
Out of game. I don't know. Am I?
That is an actual gaming set that's in the game that you could potentially be proficient with. You would have to have it either from your class or from your background.
No.
Okay.
I'm quite sorry. I'm not overly familiar with that one.
Are you proficient with any game set?
I must admit, games are not my strong sword, but I am willing to learn.
And the elderly half-elf smiles. Okay, well, luckily for you, I chose an easy game for one of middling intelligence to be able to master. He begins to deal out the cards, and he runs through the rules very, very quickly. I want you to roll an intelligence to see if you can get the basic gist of it.
Alrighty. I've got a...
You're able to gather the basic gist of the rules. After you have enough cards passed out, he says, and what, pray tell, are you looking for the Dryad Tears for?
We were sent from the capital. The prince is very ill, and it has been said that only a Dryad's tears can cure from what he is suffering.
Oh, the poor lad. And which of the princes is it? Prince Jake?
Prince...
Prince Alfonso, maybe? As you are playing with him, he lists off a number of the different princes.
Okay.
You know that it's the Prince Heir,
Mm-hmm.
who is yet to be crowned.
Okay.
That is going to be Prince Alon's Bright.
Gotcha. It is Prince Alon's Bright, I'm afraid.
The heir?
Yes.
Blast. You're playing the game. You can go ahead and roll intelligence
Mm-hmm.
for the game to try see if you can win the hand.
No.
Maybe.
Ink says and shit.
Wow.
Maybe.
Well, then.
The hand actually evens out, and the old half-elf says, "You'll have to forgive me. I was mildly distracted by hearing that it's the Prince Heir who has been struck low."
Yes, it's quite understandable.
Shall we play another hand? I feel as if some of my memories from a long, long time ago are coming back to me.
Gladly.
And he deals out the cards. Mihaz, you're looking. He is obviously not cheating. He's more thinking than anything.
Okay.
As the cards come out, he deals them much faster. He begins to kind of... It's almost as if he's running through images in his head, and you hear him mutter, no, that's not it. Is it the one where you go through the forest and get up to the hills? Go through the... No, that's not it. He kind of is not paying attention to the hand. Go ahead and roll again. Roll better than I did, please. Hey, that's not bad with his penalty now. He looks down, after you lay down your hand with, it's just a little bit better than his, but you've definitely won that hand. And he's still kind of mumbling. His eyes grow wide. He says, "That's it! Oh, bollocks, I lost." He hands you a gold piece and he says, "So there's a story of the tears of the Blessed Dryad. Dryads are still women. They fall in love and they want to bear the children of those that they've loved. It is said that when a Dryad takes a mortal mate, that is for the entire lifetime of the mortal's existence. Whether that mortal be elf, be human, be goblin, it matters not. Dryads see beauty in a different way. Even the most gnarled, ugly root can be beautiful if it still nourishes the tree. So, when they take a lover, and he, sometimes she, is mortal, they do so with the intent to bear children. It is said that unless the mortal is in some way Fae related, he will not survive the birthing. The Dryad... What is it? The Dryad will plant her stillborn child away from the glade, and that child will bear a white rose. A Dryad is only able to leave her glade when she is carrying something dead away from it, or when her tree has been killed. If her tree has been killed, then she becomes that of a Fae creature, that of an elf. She is no longer a Dryad. So for this, the white rose signifies her child, and it is something that they hold dear to themselves, but they are never able to see. The lore states that if you are to find a white rose, you can carry that to a Dryad who is willing to allow you into her glade. If you present that to her, she will cry tears, but these will not be tears of sadness or sorrow. These will be tears of joy, for you have brought her child to her. Whether you cut the rose off at the stem, or if you actually dig the roots of the rose. They call it Ghost of a White Rose.
I see.
For that, I have no idea where to find a white rose.
That matters not. That is a great deal more information than I started with.
I thank you for your help.
Sir, I had a little bit of fun at your expense, and the wee one's expense. But I am telling you this. The Prince Heir must not be allowed to die.
Of that, we are of the same mind.
Corellon speed you upon your journey. And he turns back to the human that he was playing with, and they go back to playing Three Dragon Ante. He seems to ignore you at this point. If you say anything to him, he just waves you off.
Yeah, now I leave at that point.
Did anybody talk to you about poisons?
If you go around and ask people, you don't get much.
Yeah, alright.
You find people who will talk to you about, like, rat poison. People that'll talk to you about, poisons to kill this creature or that creature. Stuff that is just way out there, or stuff that is so obvious that it doesn't even matter. But as far as the poison you have, are you proficient with a poison kit?
No.
Okay. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to find anybody at this point who would be able to describe this poison for you.
Alright. While I'm looking around and asking around, I realize that Baldric is not with us.
Okay. I do want to go ahead and ask, are you walking around the town? Are you...
Nope, just people in the room.
Okay. Yeah, Baldric is not with you. Zenthier has also, after you've finished asking some people, has also, looks like, left the building. Valavor! I'm so sorry, Maya, go ahead.
I was saying I just take off outside to see if I can't find Baldric.
Okay. And Valavor.
Oh, everyone has left me again. I start walking around and asking random people I bump into if they've seen a giant machine man.
Most of the answers you get, yeah, yesterday.
Have you seen
He
him
was wandering-
today?
Not really. I don't think he's been wandering around. And Zenthier, you're wandering around over there. What are you doing?
At this point, I am trying to find everybody else.
Okay. You're able to see Falavor. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever walk over in this direction?
Yes.
Okay.
I, in fact, walked to right here.
Perception.
Okay. No.
Nope. Okay, continue to walk.
Okay.
Meha, as you wander about, you're able to see Falavor and Zenthier kind of walking around out there. You're able to find each other. Baldric!
Are they closest to the general store?
They are now close to the general store.
Alright. Well then, I, unwillingly of course, because I don't actually want to break things, but I'm fumbling around in my excitement of just looking through the general store. I'll bump into something that's up there. I don't know what you want it to be, but something that will knock over about 12 different things.
Bull in a china shop?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're kind of touching, you knock over what was probably a backpack, but it was rolled up pretty tightly. As it fell over, it hit another item, maybe a bedroll. Some tacks and hammers kind of fall onto the ground, and you hear a tinkling smash as it sounds like some flasks or something shattered onto the ground. And you hear a little yelp. Oh, dearie me.
Throw my hands in the air. I'll clean it.
Can I hear this? I'm assuming. Can I hear from where I'm at?
Yeah, where you're at.
I go in. I
Would we hear it from where we're at?
No, Tin Man. I think you should. I think you should just stop where you're at, and let my daughter do it.
Baldric, what did you do?
I was exploring.
Granny, what should I do? Darling, you should go clean up his mess before he makes more of it.
Walk slowly my way.
And the girl comes over there and starts cleaning up. Kind of shooing her hands away. She smacks her hands and goes, "Ow!"
Well, I will take out 2 gold and put it on the floor somewhere nearby and just kind of back out of the store.
And you all are able to see the big metal
Sorry, ignore that.
creature back out of the general store.
Hey, we found him.
I was exploring.
I believe we had discussed going to the barracks, not the general store.
Whoa. The mayor obviously didn't want to tell us everything. Why would they?
I thought the mayor had been quite forthcoming.
Baldric, did you see any gems in that store?
No.
What? No. No. Nothing I would buy.
Drat.
Was there anything shiny?
No. There was nothing worthy of you, Miha.
I'm not sure. You stay
Well-
here.
That was sweet.
At least you know.
I buy Miha presents. Of useless stones on rocks.
Stones on rocks!
Yeah.
Alright, since you haven't done it yet, I back you out.
Oh. I bought.
I'm gonna go back in and
Okay.
kind of take a quick peek around the store and see what they have.
It's general goods. Tacks, nails, strips of cloth, leather, stuff that, a small town would need to, fix their homes, fix their clothes, that kind of stuff. The little old lady, jet white, yeah, because that makes sense. Pure white hair, is sitting there, kind of wrapped up in a blanket, knitting a little bit. Welcome, little darling. And how might we help you?
Do you have any trinkets? Maybe shinies? Maybe shiny?
Oh, darling, I'm afraid I don't carry that kind of goods. It's too easy for the young men to steal for them pretty girls like you.
Thank you.
Of course, can I interest you in some pretty silk cloth to make you a pretty dress?
No, thank you. I am not one for dresses. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we'll see you next time, young lady.
Kind of scamper out the store.
Okay.
So, now that we are all back together, has anyone else learned anything?
I was told by the most beautiful elf woman I've seen in a long time, say